because I wanted Americans to listen again.
Yeah.
I really believe in listening. We don't listen. We do not fucking listen, you know?
Well, there's definitely more people listening to conversations like this, like these long conversations like you do on your podcast and Duncan does on his and I do, and a lot of other people do these like that. There's more people doing this now than it's just, I don't think anybody's ever had anything like this often before that's so raw. You know, you have Howard Stern, of course, but there was always, we'll be right back, we'll cut into commercial, and he's always arguing with the network about this, and, you know, the FCC fined them. I mean, he broke down all the doors. Like, if it wasn't for him, and, you know, he got sued, dude. The government sued him for just talking about certain shit, certain subject matter.
But, fucking crazy.
But it's still that you had to have a radio station. You had to have a business. You had to be the main guy competing in the business. Today, anybody listening to this can start a podcast. And if they do it for long enough and they work at it hard enough, and if it's good enough, and two people tell two people, and then everybody knows about it, and it literally by word of mouth. There's a lot of people, and people say, oh, that's easy for you to say, you're fucking already established. That is the voice of doom and doubt creeping in your fucking head. You got to listen. There's people today that can come up with a podcast and it can still hit. Look at those two guys we fucked. You know those girls? You know they have that podcast,
yeah,
Guys We Fucked?
Yeah, guys.
Podcast is killing it. It's always top 10. Always. They're killing it. They sold out the main room of the store like that. Those aren't famous girls. They probably are now. But the girls who invented that show, they were just a couple female comedians, wanted to put together a podcast. They came up with a funny name for it, and it became huge. Anybody could do that. That's totally doable now, especially with iTunes has a very reasonable and generous algorithm, like the algorithm that they use to rank your show. Like if your show's been around for years, right? And you get a shitload of downloads. If some new person comes along, they could have a fraction of the downloads that you do, but they'll be right next to you in the rankings because it's new. So they get an allotment for new shows. So it keeps the top 10 and top 20 and top 50, whatever, fresh. You get new shows coming in all the time. And when you have stuff like that, like it makes it possible. It's possible. All it has to do is, like, you know, you have someone on, say if you had Ian, and Ian has a new podcast, and you tell everybody, check out Ian Edwards' podcast, you know, it's called and then people listen to this, go, that guy was great, let me check it out, and then they go, I mean, that's what we've done. Yeah, that's what we've done. Yeah, we did it. How did we do that? I mean, all of us have hit podcasts, and we all just did it together.
I see the people who deviate and start other podcasts and think they want to join this product. I stuck with this. This is what I wanted to do from day one. I already had a plan, and I stuck with it. Yeah, but your studio, you need to listen. I want people to listen. Yeah. I'm sick and fucking tired of people not fucking listening. I grew up where you had to fucking listen. People today don't fucking listen. I get it with the fucking text messages and with the bullshit. You don't listen. I told somebody at the store, don't text me. The first thing he did was text me. They don't listen. You know, and I was raised with the fucking old interview sheets. Remember when you applied for a job in the 70s? It said 5 lines, your name, address, then there was a box, and it said, don't answer the fucking questions unless there's a check in that fucking box. And my friend told, I was at a sandwich place one time, and I go, you need help, man, hire somebody. He goes, look at all the people who applied already. I can't hire none of these dummies because they all fucking wrote in here and it says don't. So if they can't get that right, I don't want to do business with them. When people don't listen, I don't want to do business with them. Like, if I tell you something an hour and 2 hours later you call me with something stupid, I just omit you from the phone. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm fucking done. I can't deal with... So I wanted to make people fucking listen again. It's a great gift to have. I love to talk, but I also love to fucking listen. The other day when you and Dominic were talking for 40 minutes, did I raise my fucking hand? No. Did I raise my fucking hand? No. I'm learning. I wasn't in a place to fucking raise my hand. I'm amongst people who really know what the fuck they're talking about. That's a problem in America today. People want to chime in when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You think I went to jiu-jitsu because I like smelling assholes and feet? And you think I like choking people?
I definitely don't.
It's not in my itinerary. But you know what, man? Well, I'm sick and tired of listening to MMA fucking analysts that never even tackled the fucking tackle dummy. How are you going to know what this guy is feeling in the ring if you never got clocked in the face? Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up. That's with any sports writer. They sit there and they insult football players. When was the last time you played football, fucko? Do you know what they're doing out there now? No. You know, it happens with basketball. It happens with baseball. There's always these people that you look at them and they've never done nothing in their fucking life. And they want to write about a sport. They don't know, I was a fan of the game. No, you were a fan, but you never played it.
Do you know Anik started taking jiu-jitsu?
You have to.
You have
to.
Yeah.
Me just fucking around with you guys, I have to do something. I have to describe a hip escape. I have to know what it's like before I can sit there and judge a guy.
Right.
What the fuck am I? But that goes on a lot in today. Let me start up a blog because, and talk bad about Michael's Bisping not fighting, whatever. What the fuck did you done? What the fuck did you do?
But you think a lot of it is them just trying to get attention. And the way to get attention is to be negative. And I've been very vocal fighting against that. I don't like insulting writers that shit on MMA in particular.
Don't like it at all. Don't like at any level.
It's not. They're not respecting what that thing is. That thing is an insanely difficult endeavor. To be a fighter and to put your emotions on the line, and then for someone to callously disregard that. Look, you can pump up the person who won, and you could criticize the technique of the person who lost, but they go way further than that. There's some of them that they make a person look like a buffoon.
I don't like none of that shit.
There's no reason for that.
We learned a lot with Ronda Rousey. We learned a lot about society. There's two things that taught me a lot the last year. When Ronda Rousey got knocked out and when fucking Trump won and that fucking mutt went to his house for dinner to try to interview for the job after he badmouthed him. That's
Christie?
No, not the fat fuck. The
Rick
guy from
Romney.
Utah. When Rick Romney went off on Trump, and then Trump won, and he went to his house. And you know why people didn't say nothing about it? Because people do it all the time.
They're just snakes.
They're disgusting. Well, we become disgusting people. So that's why nobody ever said, wait a second, that guy's a fucking mutt. He'll never get it. He should be banned like United. You talked about Trump. I mean, you went out and blasted him. Not just said
pre-read speech.
Yeah, pre-read speech, and now you're going to his house to try to get a job. You should be shot and hung.
He rehearsed that shit.
Yeah, but Americans didn't see it. They just let it go. That's why Lee's right. You know what? We all seen this thing with United. I don't fuck. United's always my third choice. United is my fourth choice. Okay? It's American. I go to Delta. I go to JetBlue. I try Virgin, but they don't fly everywhere. To go to Austin, you got to go to San Francisco first. I ain't got that type of time. So the only time I could use them is to go to fucking New York. That's the only use I got out of Virgin.
They're great to New York, though.
But United, I look at every once in a while, like, I'm like, should I take the chance? Every once in a while, they come through with like a short flight. It's an hour and a half. You can catch United. You don't really want to go on Southwest. But you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't like you motherfuckers anyway.
You can't wear your yoga pants.
Fuck them.
I gotta
bitches.
help you guys with this sound.
I know you gotta figure this out.
Yeah, you need a whole board that takes this and it shortens.
Something's been going on lately. Something's been going on lately. But don't tell them
compression.
Don't tell them because then they all become sound designs. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll hook you up with Jamie.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
I love you. I love you too, brother. Thank you. Thanks for everything, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for this weekend too.
No, it was fucking tremendous. We got to eat those wings.
That was great.
We didn't fuck around. None of these fucking West Coast wings with ranch. Suck my dick. I love you guys. Levity Live 420 Temblor. I love you, cocksuckers. Have a great night.
Holla.
A great week. Thank you. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.